We saw these pieces come together at the trade deadline, but now I'm excited to see what they can do with a full training camp.
So what's the vibe?
Oh, vibe's been immaculate.
Everybody's back in the build, and we're getting back to work.
First, you got to win. That's the main thing for me. Win.
I think we're going to surprise a lot of people.
You know, we picked up some great pieces. You know, Lonnie, Dennis.
We don't come out every night. We got to grind out.
It's like flying on the radar a little bit. I feel like that's the best way. You can just come up and surprise people.
Being locked in, focused, better habits, push the pace, full speed ahead.
Being the most well-conditioned team in the league.
Iron sharpens iron. Everybody get out there and we battling. Whatever's going to happen. You know, I got dogs behind me.
We have to be that gritty, scrappy team.
We're going to be a team that people don't want to play against.
I do want to see our guys on both ends of the floor relentlessly go after every single ball. I really want this team to be known for playing hard, and that starts now.
I anticipate that we'll be a team that just wants to play harder than most. And I know a lot of people say that this time of year. I happen to think that we mean it.
Hello everybody and welcome back to the channel, and I'm really excited here to start a new series, an association, my league, my NBA franchise type mode with the Brooklyn Nets. As you saw in that video, that was the preseason hype video that they put out, and their big thing was that they need to win, and they need to win by being better conditioned than the teams that they go up against. And what's kind of funny is that Cam Johnson says that everybody says that at the beginning of the season, and that they truly believe that they're the ones that will actually fulfill what they set out to do. So we're just here looking at the power rankings, and we got to scroll down quite a bit before we reach Brooklyn. They are currently ranked as the 23rd best team according to power rankings in 2K. And they're 20-31, which is not good. Entering the All-Star break next weekend, that is not good. So, what the Nets have decided to do, they've decided to fire their GM, Sean Marks, and bring us in as his replacement. Now, just quick look, just gonna take a quick gander at the roster. I'm sure that most people know the rosters of NBA. If you're watching an NBA on YouTube playing 2K, you probably know who is on teams for the most part. There might be a few guys that you don't know because there's still some guys that I've not known, but if you look at this roster, it has some nice pieces, but it's missing its true number one guy. I am a Nets fan, have been a Nets fan for the last 12 years, and I love Mikal Bridges. I think he's fantastic. But for whatever reason this season he was handed the reins and he's done not a whole lot with them. He's had some good games where you're like, okay, this could be the new normal, but for the most part, consistently, he has not been that number one guy. The number one guy seems to be, simply based on attitude of the players, Cam Thomas. And Cam Thomas has All-NBA, All-Star upside. But his lack of consistency shooting the ball has been a little bit of an issue, because he can give you 45 any given night, but he also can shoot 4 for 20 and give you 12 points. So that's one of those things that hopefully we can figure out how to find some consistency in that facet of his game. His defense this season and his playmaking has taken an incredible uptick. He's actually been feared a little bit this season with his ability to disrupt the defense and on the defensive side, and his ability to play make from a position that people have seen him been more of just an all-time scorer and not really a guy who's going to drive and dish So that's awesome. This is also something that I was waiting to start until after the trade deadline, which, if you know, the trade deadline was Thursday. It's currently Saturday as I record this. And the Nets made some moves, not anything that was crazy. The Nets ended up end up trading Spencer Dinwiddie to Toronto? Pretty sure they traded him to Toronto. I'm sorry. That was really weird. I don't know why I forgot that. They traded him to Toronto for Dennis Schroeder and Thad Young. For whatever reason, Spencer Dinwiddie ends up not actually playing with the team and looks like he's going to actually sign with the Lakers. And Thad Young was waived by the Nets. We didn't actually want him. So in all reality, we got Dennis Schroeder for nothing. If I'm saying that right, I'm pretty sure we just got Dennis Schroeder from Toronto, and that's been it. But Schroeder gives us a little bit of a better kick defensively, and he's a bit more efficient this season. Dinwiddie was down to like a 39% from the field shooter this season, which had really killed the Nets sometimes, where he's taking 15, 16 shots and only making 4 of them. That was killing us offensively. Then as you just kind of go down the list, we have some really interesting players. Obviously, Lonnie Walker has been amazing shooting the ball this season. Dorian Finney-Smith, although undersized, he has been kind of a defensive anchor for this team. Ben Simmons is a guy who completely unlocks the offense. He's 6'9" or 6'10", whatever it is in the game. Look real quick. I think it's 6'10". He's huge. He can guard all 5 positions, and he can run the point guard. And that's just one of those things that you really enjoy having a guy like this on the team. Trenton Watford's been good. Dennis Smith Jr. has been probably our best perimeter defender this season, which it's weird to say because, you know, Mikal Bridges is kind of known for that. But I think with the tenacity that Dennis Smith Jr. has, he's kind of eclipsed the rest of the team in terms of perimeter defense. He is an absolute menace on the ball. Then, you know, you just have some other guys that really there's not really any need to like mention anything specific. Once Day'Ron Sharpe gets back, he's a huge boost rebounding. I think that the Nets don't use him enough as a backup center. And I think that when you play teams that have centers who can't shoot, I think Day'Ron Sharpe is a great option to have on the floor to kind of mirror some of those guys, which is something that we will probably do. But if you notice, we are missing Royce O'Neal. We traded Royce O'Neal to the Phoenix Suns for Keita Bates-Diop and Jordan Goodwin, one of the two. I don't know why I'm forgetting all of a sudden, but we did trade him. We did waive Goodwin, but we kept Bates-Diop, and then we just have some rookies: Noah Clowney, Dariq Whitehead, and then Keon Johnson is a guy who played a little bit but has not played a bunch, and then Jalen Wilson, who is a guy that we will definitely be trying to help him progress as a player, because I really like him. Watching him in Summer League, he was very talented, and I think that eventually he will have a place on this team. That time is not right now, but soon I believe that he'll kind of make that jump and play legitimate minutes for this team. All right, so for the time being, what our rotation is gonna look like. We're running a 10-man rotation to start here with this first game we have against San Antonio, which is a game that they actually play tonight. We're going to have Ben Simmons starting at the point guard. We're going to see what happens with him and Schroeder. If it seems that Ben Simmons is better off on that second unit, then we'll switch them. But I think that if we have Dennis Schroeder, we have somebody who can actually do some scoring. And that'll help boost that second unit, especially with Cam Thomas now sliding in as our starting shooting guard. And then, Mikal Bridges obviously will start. Cam Johnson obviously will start. Claxton will be our starting center. We'll have DFS coming off the bench. Again, though, that's simply because if we kind of pull everybody down the rotation, and have hit Bridges at small forward and then slide Johnson from small forward to power forward. He's got the height, and I think that he's got a little bit of the skill to play at that position and be not a liability defensively, which obviously as we play different teams, we will adjust rotations as necessary. And then just kind of the regular roster that gets minutes: Lonnie Walker the fourth, Trenton Watford, and Dennis Smith Jr. Dennis Smith Jr. 2 in 2K. We will see how he is. If he gives us a boost defensively, he might see a higher share of the minutes. But for now, this is what our rotation is going to look like. So with this new and some of these new additions, our first game is going to be against the San Antonio Spurs. And if you don't know, obviously, we don't have a whole lot to guard Wembanyama. So we'll see how that plays out. But the rest of this team we match up pretty well with, I think. The mismatch here will obviously be Trey Jones guarding Ben Simmons. So we'll probably abuse that quite a bit, but I can't imagine that Victor Wembanyama won't be ball watching, especially with Claxton being our center, who is not a stretch. But the rest of this team, I don't mind the way that we see how we line up. It really doesn't, I don't feel like we're, other than at center with the height mismatch and the ability to stretch the floor, I don't think that we are, there's much that is an advantage for San Antonio. Only place I see the advantage is with Victor Wembanyama, and simply because of his height and stuff. Defensively, specifically, I'm not worried too bad about him offensively, just because I know that Nick Claxton has the capabilities to play very good post defense. All right, y'all. So I actually did some thinking, and I think that I'm just gonna use this as like my introduction to the series type video. We won't play a game on this one. We're just gonna spend some time, just watch some of the scrimmage, get a little bit of a look at our new team and its work. We got Schroeder taking a three. He's gonna miss it though. Rebound by Noah Clowney. We got Ben Simmons pushing it. Steal by Cam Thomas. He's gonna push. He's gonna hit the layup. Nice little finger roll. And we got Ben Simmons bringing the ball back up the floor. Back down Schroeder at the three, and then pass it over to Lonnie Walker, who's gonna come off two screens. He's gonna drive on Cam Johnson, take a little bit of a floater, and then he's gonna miss though. Rebound by Finney Smith. They're pushing the ball. Cam Thomas up the floor. Getting locked up defensively by Bridges. Over to Schroeder. He's got the much larger Ben Simmons on him. He's gonna hit the crossover. He's gonna come back. He's gonna hit Cam Johnson for a three-point bomb. He's gonna miss it though. Claxton's gonna get the offensive board and put the ball back in the hoop. Got some things that we like about the team. I think Claxton's offensive rebound ability is gonna be big for this series. That was a 3-2 that Cam Johnson would normally hit. Simmons kind of running an ISO here against Schroeder. He's going to hit Mikal Bridges. He's going to take the three, and he's going to miss it. It's going to be a rebound by Cam Johnson. Push the ball up the floor again. Get a crossover, and then a between the legs, and then he's going behind the back. Trenton Watford on him. Gets a little bit of separation. Doesn't do anything with the ball, though. I'm not exactly sure what they're doing. On a handoff to Claxton. Got Cam Thomas in the corner with the ball. He's going to tween a little step back over Mikal Bridges. He's going to miss it. It's great defense there, which is one of those things, right, that you're really appreciative of this team is their, especially Mikal Bridges and his defensive mind. Now we're going to push the ball now. We're missing every shot. Have not seen very much good basketball so far. We got Cam Thomas in the post. He's going to throw up a shot. Ben Simmons is going to come down with the rebound. Pushing the ball up to Lonnie Walker, who's going to hit a spin on the paint, on the baseline. And he's getting locked up now by Cam Johnson. Trenton Watford posted up. Dorian Finney-Smith. He's going to hit the turnaround fader. He's going to sink that one. We're just going to run this a little while. I don't know how long we're going to let them scrimmage. We're going to go to 11, I think. We'll say that. So we got Cam Thomas now with the ball again. He's got a little bit of space. He's going to go closer, though, and get blocked. Should have took that shot when he got the space off the screen. I got Mikal Bridges coming up the floor with the ball. He's going to pass it over to Trenton Watford, who's going to hand the ball to Ben Simmons. I'd like to see Ben Simmons post up a little bit on a much smaller defender. He's got 9 inches and probably 50 pounds, 60 pounds on Dennis Schroeder. You can pass it over there to Lonnie Walker, who's going to get stopped there by Claxton early on the drive. So we're talking about, right, the defensive ability to guard positional, R5 positions. Head over to, back up to Lonnie Walker, who's continually being locked up by Nick Claxton. This is probably going to end up pretty poorly for him. I don't know why he keeps trying to drive on him. He's going to throw up a shot, and he's going to miss it. It's going to be a rebound for Claxton. Push Cam Thomas. He's going up the floor. He's got the layup. He's going to miss the layup, though. Good defense. Good tandem defense by Watford. Up to Mikal Bridges, who's going to take the layup instead of the 3. Smart basketball move there. Take the guaranteed points. Now, had he missed it, I would have probably been reaming him. Telling him you got to take those shots. Got Cam Thomas on an ISO against Mikal Bridges. He's going to hit. And he uses his handles a little bit, create some separation. He's not going to get very far away, though, or not take a shot. Doesn't force anything bad. Got Schroeder kind of going on the drive. He's going to pass it out to Thomas, who we can't actually see right now, but he's there. He's going to drive on Mikal Bridges. He's going to throw up another really terrible layup. I'm not really sure what the thought process on some of these shots are. So we're not really running any offenses or anything right now, which is interesting. He's going to hit the pick and roll, though, to Noah Clowney. He's going to brick the layup, brick the little jump shot, and then he's going to get his board, and then he's going to miss again, get blocked. You like that Noah Clowney is not afraid to take some shots. Should have, though, on that offensive rebound he got off his own shot. Should have reset something else defensively or offensively. I got Claxton, though. He's going to bully him down low, and he's going to hit the little turnaround hook and get it to go. I do wonder how somebody like Clowney is going to fit into our system if we do end up trying to give the rookie some minutes. He is not afraid to take the ball right at Nick Claxton. He's gonna throw a bailout pass. So they're going through, offense right now is running through Noah Clowney. You got Ben Simmons doing exactly what I was hoping he would do, which is just take it to the teeth of Dennis Schroeder and take the easy layups he's gonna get. Oh, good look up ahead by Dennis Schroeder. That's another thing we're really excited to have is some up floor court vision. It's gonna get us some assists as Nick Claxton dunked that one through. Got himself behind the defense there and then was able to flush it home. We got some good ball movement. Not really, not a whole lot of great jump shots. That's a really good defense there by Cam Johnson. That Lonnie Walker's gonna actually hit the bottom of the nylon with that one. You know, we like what we see out of some of these guys. This could potentially be a game shot right here. They need a 3 if they want to win, and Cam Johnson's going to take it. He's going to miss, but Claxton's going to get the board, pass it out to Finney Smith, who's going to take the 3. He's going to hit it, which for us, that is curtain calls for this scrimmage, and actually going to look cool like at the team that ended up winning this one, which was Claxton, Finney Smith, Thomas, Schroeder, and Cam Johnson. Just off that little scrimmage, Cam Thomas took some really poor shots, which I think for me, I'm going to adjust some of his tendencies because 2K's got him taking horrible shots and not making them, which in real life, he takes some really terrible shots, but he makes really terrible shots. He spends a lot of his time taking really heavily contested shots and hashing them over phenomenal defenders. So from that standpoint, we're going to work to try to get him in a situation where his play style is going to more replicate how he's played in real life, because as of right now, that is not how 2K has his tendencies and his scoring capabilities play out. But we do have a lot of really good stuff happening on this team, and I'm really excited to get going with this series. In the next episode, we will go, we will play that San Antonio game, and then we'll talk a little bit about our scouting for the next draft, and then also see about who's going to be free agents this offseason and who we can maybe potentially make some trades for or make a push in free agency for. But I do want to thank you for stopping by watching this video. I'm really excited to get going here with this type of series. I think that we'll have some fun here. And I want to thank you again for stopping by and watching. And I'll see you in the next one. Peace.